Hello students, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to give you a little tutorial on how you can use the infographic tool, Canva. So in this week's assignment, you're going to create an infographic and you have some options on how you can do that. Remember, infographics are ways of communicating information in a visual way. They have pictures, numbers, and are a little bit more exciting to look at rather than just reading paragraphs of text. So one of the tools that you can use for this assignment is Canva. And what you're going to do is go to Canva's website, which I have linked on the assignment portal, and you're going to sign up if you don't already have an account. You can use your school Google account to sign up, but once you have done that, there's lots of helpful features and things here, all right? So if I look, there's lots of recommended templates that I can use, and that's what I would recommend that you do, is that you use a template so it's a little bit easier for you to get started. So I'm going to click infographic. If you search up here as well, it will bring up infographic searches there if you don't see it right here. Once I select infographic, it starts letting me use this template. Brings up a blank one right here, so it's already kind of formatted as an infographic. And then I have some examples over here that you can use. So I think what I'm going to do is select this one. I kind of like the way this one looks. And if you click it, it gives you this template here and you can start working on it. So my first tip to you would be to make sure that you give this a name. So I'm just going to put social studies infographic, if I can type correctly. All right. And I can zoom in a little bit if I want to, so I can see things a little bit better. And then to start editing, I'll just double click in some of these spaces and start typing. Right. If I wanted to change the color of these fonts, I have my toolbar here that I can utilize. So I can select the text I just edited. I can change its size. If I want this to be a little bit bigger, I can. I can change the color so it stands out more if I would like. I would recommend that you choose a color that is easy to see, because again, that is a part of the way you're being scored on this assignment, is by your ability to make something that's visually easy to follow. Okay. If I wanted to enlarge this font, I can do the same thing here and look at it there. Okay. So that is how you can just format some of those things. Now let's say I need more space and I need to move this around. Okay. So I'm moving both of these words. I clicked and dragged. Now, if I only wanted to move this causes and effects, notice they are grouped together. And grouping basically means that all of your pieces, if you try to move one, you move them all, which is helpful when you want to move a lot of pieces at once. But if you only want to move one piece at a time, it's not the most helpful thing. So if I wanted to stop that, I'm going to click this, the three-dot button, and then ungroup. Okay. And there are some additional options here. You can add in hyperlinks if you need to, if you wanted this link to take someone who's looking at this to another resource. If you lock something in place, that means you can't move it. But if I wanted to ungroup this so I can move this cause and effects on its own, maybe to where it's a little bit closer up, I could do that. If I need to delete anything, I can click on it and click delete, or the little trash can button here. Okay. If I wanted to add different media to this, so I like this font, but if I want to add pictures and other content to this, I will definitely need to do that, because that's a part of an infographic, is having pictures and fun visuals and images. So over here on the left-hand side is where I have some options. But I can also upload my own pictures. So if I have a picture that's saved on my computer, I could do upload media. I can select my device or my Google Drive account for school. I'm going to click device, and let's say I want to add this map. So I'll click open. All right, and it saves it over here with all of my media. And once that is finished loading, it won't have this little bar across the bottom anymore. And I can add it by just clicking it into my picture. All right, and it put it right there. So I can click this, resize it, and move it around as I need to. Okay, so that is how you can add some of these pictures. If I wanted to add in some of the pictures that maybe Canva already has on here, they have a lot. So that's kind of a fun thing. You don't have to come up with all of your own. You can search for them here and it will tell you if they're paid pictures or not. If you hover over it, it'll say that it's free or it's not free. okay? And then elements, these are fun little symbols and characters you can add in as well to draw in your reader and make things stand out. So there's some recently used ones that I've had here. I can again search, and the same thing, if you hover over it, it will tell you if it's free or not. There's lines and shapes, and these are frames so that your picture is in this shape. So if I wanted to use this frame, I just added it in here. All right. It's going to cut my picture so it fits this shape, right? So if I already have a picture on here, I can just drag and drop, and then boom, there it is. And I can resize that as I need to, okay? And then there's charts on here as well, which you could also utilize to show some of those causes and effects, especially long-term effects. So change over time. If I want to add more text boxes, a little text box button here, these kind of help determine the size of the text, but you can again always change those by double clicking in that text box and using this toolbar up here. If I wanted to add a video to my infographic, I could as well. So I could change it up here if I needed to a different color so it's maybe easier to see. Just a couple of pointers here. You don't have to click a save button. It is always saving it automatically. See, it says all changes saved. Whenever I'm done, I can download it right here and save it on my computer and then upload it into our class on Canvas. Otherwise, I can click share and I can get a link. All right. And I'm going to change this to where someone can view. Okay. I'm going to copy this link. So it's like a Google Doc now. I have a shareable link that I can share with me, your teacher, on Canvas. And that is how you use Canva. If you have questions, please let me know.